Hi guys, welcome back. This is Khalees Tarot with your daily astrology read for November 13th, 2018. Alright guys, let's go ahead and jump into. So, you guys know how I like to do. I like to give you the quick rundown. So we have Mercury and Jupiter in Sagittarius, helping us to get those small details in order before shooting off for the big picture, right? Because each piece of the puzzle is needed to make a whole picture, right? Right. All right, so we have Venus retrograde through Libra, rediscovering what we love and, quite frankly, who or what we no longer love, okay? We have Mars in Aquarius, who is about to go into Pisces on Thursday, okay? So this is the fact that Mars is about to leave Aquarius and go into Pisces, I believe on Thursday. Y'all, this is going to change the dynamics of Mars, like in my opinion, very drastically, okay? Personally, I actually feel much safer with Mars in Aquarius, because with Mars in Pisces, this is like a low-key fight with a grudge, okay? But like with Mars in Aquarius, you know, the Aquarius doesn't hold a grudge. Like, it just don't give a damn to begin with, you know? So that's a little bit safer. You know, Mars in Aquarius to me is a little bit safer because it's an energy that doesn't care to begin with. So a lot of times there is no grudge that's feeding things. It is what it is. But when you move that Mars into Pisces, the whole dynamic change, okay? So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But yes, Mars is currently in Aquarius and it goes into Pisces on Thursday. Now let's keep it moving. We have Saturn in Capricorn and Pluto in Capricorn, which we know is an awesome duo. They are completely in agreement with one another, and Pluto is quite comfortable with Capricorn, okay? And Saturn is the natural home of Capricorn, so that's not really a deal there. We have Uranus still in Aries. We have Neptune and Cryon still retrograding through Pisces. Woo, we have the moon moving into Aquarius. I was just thinking about how the moon is moving into Aquarius, but it would be awesome if that moon could move into Aquarius at the same time that that damn Mars was moving into Pisces, because it would help balance things out. But we are not going to get that lucky. I don't see it right now, but ooh, that would be great. But anyway, back to topic. We have moon in Aquarius. Moon will be moving into Aquarius. And we have the sun still in Scorpio. So, as I stand back and I look at everything that is in play, and quite frankly, some things that are about to come into play. Whew, not just that Mars going into Pisces, but yeah. Anyway, what I see is I see that relationships, any and all types of relationships, depending on where you have been hit the hardest in your chart as of late, as of I would say like the past 2 months to be exact, to be like approximate, about the last 60 days. What I see is that relationships have changed, or they are still in the process of changing. And also the way, we carry out these relationships that are changing. The dynamics of the relationships have changed or are changing. And then the way we, on a personal level, deal with those relationships now that they have changed or is in the process of changing. Now, this could be relationships with ourselves on a personal level, and or with others on a personal level. I feel like all of these alignments have really helped to bring forth, or is helping forth. It just depends on where you are in your journey, but for the most part, I just feel like the alignments have helped, like this new butterfly who was once like just a caterpillar, like weaving this cocoon or whatever. But now, and some people may still be weaving the cocoon. Some people may still be in the cocoon. Some people may be starting to like bust out of the cocoon slowly but surely, But for the most part, I feel like all of these alignments have helped bring forth a new butterfly that operates within any type of relationship in a totally different manner, because the dynamics of relationships have changed within itself. Okay, the dynamics going through the change will be like the caterpillar, like weaving, and then once those dynamics have actually changed and they are set in stone and they have been solidified, to me that is the butterfly there. So it all depends on where exactly you are. But like I said, for the most part, I do feel like the alignments have helped to bring forth a new damn butterfly. Who now knows what it wants and why it wants it. Okay. For some people though, I feel like this energy like carries like a bit of pessimism. Yes, it carries a bit of pessimism, and I feel like that's okay, because we all get down, we all get tired, and we all get fed up with like things, people, and situations. As a matter of fact, some of you could find yourselves shutting down emotionally and like communicatively on people. Either because you don't feel safe with them, you don't feel appreciated by them, or even because it could be something as simple as because you feel like in the long run, you truly feel like it doesn't even matter for whatever reason, because the dynamics of something has changed. So it's like, why bother? And really what's speaking to me on this pessimism and being down and tired and, like I said, fed up with situations and people, what's really telling me this is the moon moving into Aquarius. Okay, people becoming just detached, emotionally detached from, and that's another beautiful thing about becoming this butterfly. You know, detached. What do a butterfly do? It gets up and fly away. You know, it's a emotional freedom. It's a physical freedom. That butterfly can just land and go as it pleases. You know, and I feel like that's what's happening here. People are not feeling safe with certain others or certain with certain others, with certain information, with certain situations, with whatever. People are shutting down and becoming emotionally detached because they don't trust anymore. They don't feel safe anymore. They don't feel appreciated. And they feel like whatever they had been doing before this moment in time, if it was going to mean anything, it would be meaning something. And so, because of that conclusion, I feel like people could just be shutting down, period, because they just feel like it doesn't matter anyway. Because if it was going to matter anyway, it would be mattering now. So why even bother? Again, why even bother? So yeah, this moon moving into Aquarius is, and then you still got the sun in Scorpio. You know, being able to just see things for what it is, and it has really changed relationships, you know, on so many different levels for people. And then you have the moon moving into Aquarius, detaching emotionally and mentally detaching. You just shutting down. I see people shutting down. They don't want to talk because people could possibly feel that it's useless as hell, that people are fake, people are phony, or whatever your situation is. And then I see pessimism that comes with that too. You know, so anyway, it wasn't really much. I figured that it wasn't going to be really much to say on today. Besides about that, like moon moving into Aquarius, people just shutting down. There are people shutting down, I feel like, across the board, across the world, because of things that have come to light with these relationship dynamics, with Uranus going through Taurus, now with Uranus going through Aries. Like, man, I just feel like people are shutting down. And then also with this Mars that's getting ready to go on Pisces, I already told y'all why I personally as a grudge holder, you know, with that Mars going into Pisces. So things could really get thick. I feel like things could really get thick here over the next, you know, couple of days or whatever. But anyway, you know, I decided to, because I knew that you know, this was going to be a short video today, you know. And so what I decided to do was I decided to pull some cards for the energy that is going on in the sky today, for the alignments that are in the sky today. So what I did was I pulled some cards, and I wasn't shocked at all. So once I pulled cards today to really get an extra feel on, what was really going on in the sky, it showed me that I was dead on point and that I was dead right. But I wanted to do it anyway because I knew the video was going to be short. So I wanted to give you guys more. But anyway, what I saw in the cards is the same thing that I saw in the sky. In the cards, I can see in the collective, that the emperors of our lives have so much ego that the collective have begun to shut down on them, and they are now like following new paths and new directions because of this. That goes back to me saying, I don't know if that was yesterday on Monday or if that was last week, but people would rather smother a fire or dash fire with water than fight it. Because a fire is hard to fight. You have a very high chance of being burned trying to fight fire. So you would rather dash it with water or smother the hell out of it, right? And I feel like metaphorically today, that is what I'm seeing. When I pulled the cards, I could see again that the emperors of our lives, they have so much damn ego, and they are so much about self, or whatever the emperor in your life is about. It has caused people to shut down, and like I said before, go in new directions, forge new paths, go into new directions, because because of this, people could have like better news coming in, about new jobs, new partnerships, new business contracts, etc., 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 wherever this hits for you in your chart, whoever is the nemesis in your life, okay, or whatever is the nemesis in your life, because people are deciding to cut off from whoever or whatever is the problem in their life, and it just has too much ego or too much control over one or whatever it is. People are taking off. And because people are taking off, new opportunities have come into play, or they will begin to come into play, especially with the Mercury and the Jupiter back. Well, Jupiter back in his home sign of Sagittarius, but having the pleasure of having Mercury there, who is forcing it to look at the small details, okay? So I feel like that is where those new partnerships come in at, new jobs, new businesses, new whatever it is that you're trying to do to cut the cord from what you no longer want to be attached to, because relationship dynamics have changed, right? Uranus did not come to play with us. All right, so yeah, and I also could see in the cards that like a lot of people will like begin to like really home in on their wants, their needs, their passion, their careers, because they now know who and what a dream seller is, who been selling those wolf tickets, who haven't really been about that life, been about all of the things that they have talked about or tricked one into believing that they were about. People are realizing that it's been all talk and no damn action. So because of this, people are realizing that, they have to stand on their own 2 feet. They have to depend on their own selves, because at the end of the day, everybody has their own interests in mind and not that of others. I feel like upon this realization, again, people will begin to home in on themselves. Wants, needs, careers, passions, you name it. Again, because now you know what a dream seller is, who the hell a dream seller is, who's real, who's fake, and those are going to be the people that you're shutting down on. Emotionally, mentally, and everything. Those are going to be the people you are, or the situations, or the things, or the jobs, or whatever that you are no longer feeling optimistic about, but in fact pessimistic about. So I don't see a fight right now. I don't feel a fight right now. I feel pessimistic. But see, when this Mars move into Pisces, it might be a totally different story. I'm telling y'all, woo! We'll cross that bridge when we make it, okay? So yeah, the bottom line, guys, is that what I could see in the cards is that this is just about being let down, but the good part about it is that the being let down has caused one to take matters into their own hands. And this is the goal. This is the new structured goal. This is the new world order goal. Take matters into your own hand, okay? So, into your own hands. What did I say? Into your own hand? So, yeah, I think that about sums everything up. I think I made the points that needed to be made, and I believe me deciding to pull cards today actually bagged it up a lot. I didn't necessarily need the cards, but the cards are just a tool for what I already know. But I decided to pull the cards to keep this video from being, so short, But so the bottom line here in closing out today is, this is about, people shutting down emotionally and mentally on things, people, and situations that just have sold them wolf tickets, or it's just no good. And now these people are moving into changes. And that's the bottom line. Shutting down and moving on. Changes. So, today I read the sky for you, and I read cards for you. So, I think you got a good deal today. Not something that I'll be doing often, okay? So, while I do have more surprises in store, that won't be one of them. Anyway, don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell if you feel led to do so. Leave a comment. And I will see you guys back here later. Ciao.